Tesla has been ripping, guys. There's no doubt about it. We've all seen it over the past couple of days. After the result from the presidential election, we saw that Donald Trump won. Tesla has gone on a tear. This makes sense when we look at the fact that Elon and Donald Trump have kind of been buddy-buddy for the past couple of months. We know that Donald Trump is probably going to help Elon run his businesses more effectively, take away regulations, and just kind of allow him to do his thing. There's also other reasons why we are seeing Tesla's stock perform well. Tesla is seeing an increase in revenue, an increase in demand, and really it seems like all the different parts of their business are hitting on all cylinders. So in this video, we are going to be talking Tesla, and we're going to look at the future outlook for Tesla and talk about if this is a good investment right now in the stock. We know we have gone on a nice little rally in the recent couple of days here. So is now a good time to get in? What does the future look like? We're going to be talking short term, long term, and looking at Tesla's business, looking at why it could potentially grow a lot from here. Before I do get into the video, please make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the YouTube. Really appreciate your support. Let's start off by looking at a little chart of Tesla's stock performance just to show you how the stock has been performing over the past couple of weeks. So this is the past 6 months, and as you can see in the chart, over the past couple of months, Tesla is taking a couple nice little jumps. That first jump is around October 23rd when we got that Q3 financial report, which had positive results. They were seeing an increase in revenue, an increase in production for their vehicles, demand for their supercharger network, among other things. We're going to get into that in a moment here. And then if you could see that second jump, you could probably guess what that is from. That is because of the election outcome. We know that Elon had been actively campaigning for Donald Trump to become president. And through this process, I'm sure that Donald Trump and Elon have formed a very close relationship. There's even talks about Elon potentially being a part of Donald Trump's cabinet. I don't know how he's going to do that. I don't even understand how Elon has the time to run all these separate businesses as is. How is he going to be a part of the government as well? He's running Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, probably other things I'm not thinking of right now. He must be a great manager of human resources and other resources, because I don't understand how one person could do so much and then he's posting videos of himself playing like video games and stuff. But getting back to the chart, as we noted, we saw a huge jump in Tesla's stock price after that victory. Now, we've been seeing all assets pretty much head higher. I think gold actually kind of dipped after the Trump victory. I haven't really been checking on it over the past couple of days, but Tesla in particular has been doing better than most other stocks, and that's because of his relationship with Donald Trump. Now, if we're being real, the real Tesla trade was to buy the stock before the election, because we knew that if Trump was going to win, we were going to see Tesla rise higher. So really, if you thought Trump was going to win, the time to buy it would have been a couple of weeks ago, right? It has gone on quite a rally over the past couple weeks. So it is at a higher price now. Do I think it will go higher? Yeah, I do, because we know that we are going to see more monetary debasement over the next year, over the next couple of years, forever, right? When it comes to the dollar, we know that the money supply is going to increase. And when the money supply increases, a good company like Tesla, they are going to see their stock price head higher as the value of the dollar goes down. And really, most stocks will probably head higher. Now, obviously, when it comes to businesses are dependent upon the health of the economy somewhat. So we want to look at things relatively. If we see the money supply increase, but we don't see stocks go up that much, that could be an indicator to us that the economy is not in great health. But I'm expecting Tesla to keep heading higher. For one, because of monetary debasement, all asset prices for the most part will continue to head higher over the long term. And two, because I do see a lot of growth potential for Tesla. Now, before we do get into Tesla's business and look at some of the financials, let's briefly talk about why Elon was such a big advocate for Donald Trump, why Elon was so invested in Donald Trump winning the election. I believe the main reason, and really the simple reason why Elon wanted Trump to win so bad, is because he wants less regulations. Elon wants to be able to operate his businesses freely, and he probably believes that that is going to be harder to do under a Harris Walz administration or under a Democratic administration. Elon knows that if there are less regulations, he is going to be able to operate his business more freely, more efficiently, and that's going to lead to more success for him, more growth. Now, I'm sure there are other aspects of this election where Elon Musk sided more with Donald Trump on certain issues than he did with the opposing candidate, Kamala Harris. But when it comes to business, I think that was the main thing. He wants to be able to operate his business freely. Now, let's go ahead and look into Tesla's Q3 financial report, which we got on October 23rd, which shows that the business is really growing. The revenue was up 8% year over year to 25.18 billion, and their gross profit was up 20% year over year to 4.99 billion. So overall, they're seeing growth, they're seeing more revenue come in, seeing more profit. That's what you like to see if you are a company. If we look at their vehicle revenue was up 2% year over year, so not a ton, to 20 billion. So that is the core of their business as of now. Their vehicle production was up 9% year over year. Their vehicle deliveries were up 6% year over year. They saw 20% year over year growth in their supercharger stations. Now, we already know that some other car companies have started to sign agreements with Tesla to use their charging infrastructure. And we know that Tesla creates the best electric vehicle charging station. So what I think is going to happen is we are going to continually see these other car companies look to Tesla's charging infrastructure and make agreements with them. And that's going to bring in Tesla a ton of money. We can kind of think of it like how Microsoft built all the software that all these other computers needed to use when the computer revolution was taking off and the internet revolution, and that made Microsoft a fortune, right? Microsoft is one of the largest companies in the world by market cap. I believe it's currently number 3 behind Apple and Nvidia. It's kind of those three up at the top above that $3 trillion market cap. But I think of this Tesla situation kind of the same way. They've built out this amazing charging infrastructure. We know that the world is kind of moving towards electric vehicles. Will every vehicle be an electric one? I'm not sure, but we are definitely moving to a place where it seems like most of the cars are going to be electric, and they're not going to build out their own infrastructure. They are going to look to Tesla. They're going to go to Tesla and they're going to say, hey, can we use this? We'll pay you some money. And that is going to make Tesla a ton of money in the long run, in my opinion. So that's something I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on over the next couple of years with Tesla. Do we see more car companies start to make agreements with Tesla to use this supercharger network? I think they're going to make a ton of money there. They also unveiled their Cybercab and their RoboVan over the past couple of months. We know that the Cybertruck has started to take off. We're seeing those on the road. I believe they just announced options for leasing the Cybertruck. I believe it's pretty expensive. When we look at Tesla's other models, these vehicles run well. They can go for long distances. They're comfortable, they're fast, they look good, and they're affordable from my understanding, some of the models. So this is really where Tesla has a huge advantage in this electric car market. They've built a pretty perfect electric car. When we look at Tesla's vehicle arm of the business, I see no reason why people are going to stop buying these cars. And it seems like they continue to get creative with their vehicles, and we will continually see this arm grow. If we take a look at another chart here, this shows the market share of Tesla vehicles by region. The blue line is the US and Canada. We could see that the market share is rising there. The red line is Europe, rising there, and also China, which is a huge market. Their market share is rising in China as well. So, really, I expect these lines to continue to go up, especially as more people look to electric cars. It seems like they are the leader as of now. They are the standard. Now, if we look away from Tesla's vehicles, they are also doing amazing things when it comes to energy generation and energy storage. And what I'm talking about here is solar energy. We know that Tesla sells solar panels for residential. The real bread and butter when it comes to this arm of the business, though, are their energy storage solutions. Tesla's Powerwall and Megapack storage solutions are allowing people who are using solar panels, trying to get renewable energy. This is allowing people to store it more effectively for a longer period of time. We know that one of the problems with renewable energy is the storage and the transportation of renewable energy. So if Tesla can continue to build out and improve these renewable energy storage solutions, then they are going to see a ton of demand as the world is really looking to go more renewable, right? We want to maintain the health of our planet. We want to look away from things like fossil fuels as much as possible. If solar can become a main source of energy, if we can use solar for more of our energy generation and power more things with it, then we can really preserve the planet a lot longer, and that's a win-win. So I think that they're going to see a ton of demand for this arm of the business over the coming decade. The revenue for these energy generation and storage systems is up 52% year over year after Q3 to 2.37 billion. So yes, this arm of the business is still a lot smaller than their vehicle arm and their supercharger network. That is the main business, but we are seeing this energy arm of the business grow. And I really think Tesla has the potential to transform away from being seen as a car company and more towards an energy company and being a leader in renewable energy solutions. Let's go ahead and take a look at one last chart here, which shows the gross profit for some of these other areas of Tesla's business, such as their energy generation. We also know that Tesla is producing robotics. We know that their Optimus series is improving. They're working on producing robots as well. So really, Tesla is doing more than just producing cars. They are getting weird in different areas and they're trying new things, which you love to see as a shareholder. You want to see your company willing to grow, willing to try out new things. And as you can see, the gross profit has continued to rise over the past couple of years. When we look 5 to 7 years back, it looks like Tesla really wasn't making money on their energy storage solutions or some of these other things that they do. But now that they've continued to develop and work on these systems and improve them, they are starting to see it pay off. Now, is Tesla a good buy here? We know that Tesla's stock has jumped a lot over the past couple of weeks. Tesla is currently sitting just above $1 trillion market cap. And we know that once stocks reach $1 trillion market cap, right, this is one of the most valuable companies in the world already. You're probably not going to see crazy returns from investing in this stock now at this point. Really, the time to invest in Tesla was when Tesla was just kind of coming onto the scene, right? 10 years ago when we saw the business growing and we started to see more Teslas coming onto the street. We all had an idea that we could see electric cars become pretty big, but obviously hindsight is 2020. Do I wish I bought Tesla stock 10 years ago? Yeah, I do, but I didn't. I was thinking about other things back then. I wasn't thinking about investing in my future. So We've missed a lot of the growth if you haven't bought into Tesla yet, but I do think the company will continue to grow in real terms from here. We're going to see more monetary debasement, which is going to push most of the stock market higher, including Tesla and these other large companies like Nvidia. We can think about Microsoft. We could think about Meta, Facebook. So yeah, I think that if you are looking for something to track with inflation and something that will go up subtly in real terms, then Tesla, I think, is going to continue to grow. It should pace with inflation pretty well. I think they will continue to see demand for what they're selling. Like I said, I think that their energy generation and storage solutions could really take off over the next couple of years here, next couple of decades. If Tesla can become a leader in this growing renewable energy space, that's where I think they could see a lot of growth looking ahead into the future. Yeah, I think their cars are great, but there's only so much value in being a car company. But when we look at energy, there's so much demand for energy out there. We need energy to survive. We need energy to thrive and grow. And we look at a world that is trying to shift to renewable energy. If Tesla can be the leader in that space, then that is going to drive up a ton of value for their company. So if they can excel there, I see a ton of growth for Tesla. That wraps it up for this video. If you didn't like and subscribe, please make sure to do that now. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.